It's been played out through the music. It's been played
Yep.
out through TV
Mhm.
programming. It's been played out within within the community.
Yeah.
The rebellious nature of the past generation. That'll be a generation, but the rebellious nature of the prior generation. That's the generation that brought all this about. Now it's on us, the adults here, to fix that. You do know now. You do have understanding of what's going on. What are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying?
And
But
bro, oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. But the question I pose is that, okay, being that there's a lack of, discipline coming from the homes and things, it makes it harder for, I guess we can consider ourselves the elders now, or on our way there. Um, when we were kids, we reverenced people, older people, even if we had, because we were taught that. So it's riskier now. I'm not that old, but I still have I'm from the 80s era, so I'm a lot older than some of my peers, the people I work around and stuff, and to correct them, or it's it's like reproach. You're gonna receive a lot of reproach. You might even lose your job because, or wherever you might be, somebody might want to shoot you or cuss you out. So you got to be even more careful about correcting. And that makes it less, people are wanting to do it less because of that. People are minding their business
No,
now.
right. Well, what I think the situation, in order, the solution for that is to build allies. That's always been the case. If you want to
Okay,
get something done, you need allies to back you up. So you
true.
need to have an ally that's going to back you up in situations where you're trying to do correction. Because this whole situation that we in currently is a correction.
Back.
Right now, the conversation that we're having that on these platforms is about correction.
Right.
So you need to build allies, at least to have somebody that to back you up, that carry the same value. So right now you gotta, even in the place or even out in the streets. And once I know who you are, from then that point on, have an eye. That's somebody that's willing to back you with in the argument or physically, coming down to that, that stuff. So I think that would be the solution forward, as far as like in our day-to-day lives, is try to build a network of allies that can back us up, that can back us up in many different situations, so that we can, if we do try to make correction or start an organization, we have the backing of a few others, as of right now, to be a few others.
True.
You know what I think? It kind of made. I dealt with a situation today. My 8-year-old got jumped in school today
Oh
by
no.
two little boys.
Uh-oh.
But the two little boys was his friends. These are somebody that hang out with him on a consistent basis.
His friend.
Wow.
Yeah, his two friends. So initially, now see, I'm a little younger, and I'm still kind of a little reckless. So initially, I'm ready to go tell them, like, go call your mama, go call your daddy. But I had to sit there and I had to think about it as a mature adult, like seeing these kids play. They're already aggressive in their play, so it might just be misdirection on what they think love is in their household. But the point I'm trying to get to is, I'm not scared to talk to these kids and tell them what discipline should be from a different perspective. I think the media, social media, and the news put fear into individuals' a mindset of thinking that, oh, you're gonna get shot, or oh, you're gonna get killed if you confront this person, when in all actuality, if you just sat down and talked with the right tone, you could probably hash out some differences for real. I think the media has an agenda of separating human contact with each other and isolating us into our own bubble. I
Yes.
also think social media has the same thing. Like, if you think about it, people be like, "Oh, I want to be an influencer. I want to be an influencer." But what are influencers doing? They're in their own place, in their own bubble, making content. They're not really associating with the world. They're just videographing the world and focusing on their little bubble, their screen, their world that's inside that bubble. And it's not reality. I feel like if a lot of us stop listening to mainstream or just doing, like, instead of doing what somebody tell you to do what your gut tell you to do. Like, cause my gut told me, like, don't go confront no kids. You grown as hell. Like, why would you do that? But it's like if I would have listened to the news, or if I would have like took on that mindset, I would be like, oh, I'm not gonna go talk to his mom because his mom might flip out. His mom might do this and might do that. And all, actually, I don't even know his mom. His mom could be the nicest person in the world and very understanding. But because I have this mindset,
Right.
yeah, I automatically, sometimes we all think it's just gonna go left.
True. Point
I
taken.
think that's the agenda.
What you got on the read?
I don't think he heard you.
I don't think you heard me. Reed, what you got on it?
Huh?
I was seeing what you had on it.
You said my name. What you said? My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm trying
sorry.
to see. I'm trying
I'm
to get you.
in.
I'm trying to get you engaged, my brother.
My bad. I was listening to all of the good points we had up there. All right, so yeah, I feel like, of course, we're getting blindsided, and there's propaganda and all of that good stuff. Why? That's what I'm still searching for. I'm trying to figure out the why. I see the problems that we have in a community, in our community. I can't really worry about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of violence. I think it comes from the music, the celebrities they put in place that I consider to be distractions, stuff like that. And then you got pillars in the community, like my guy Silas, that try to make a change. You know what I'm saying? We all come from different backgrounds and stuff. You try to make a change, and like he was saying before, they tend to shun those type of people because of their past. When really, wisdom is all about going through situations and turning out better. You know what I'm saying? So, criticism always comes from the people that consider themselves to be perfect or blemish free. But at the end of the day, I feel like we just need to focus on our culture as a whole, and just kind of you gotta be able to put your blinders on and kind of ignore the negativity that comes with the distractions, because it's a lot of our youth that kind of succumb to all of the shit that's going on out here for real. We see it in Chicago, we see it in some neighborhoods and stuff. So it's hard, because everybody support the Sexy Reds and all of that. At the end of the day, she's a sister, but she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Point blank, period.
She got a job, and her job is really to mislead. She influencing and mislead at the end of the day. So we got to hold her accountable for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to turn the music off. If we ain't turning the music off at the games, we ain't turning the music off. You know what I'm saying? We part of the problem. So once we learn how to kind of shut off certain people, you know what I'm saying, and kind of focus on what's important, I feel like we'll blossom more and kind of we really need our own. I always said we need our own area, because we really don't need the outside world to thrive for real. But that's a whole nother subject. As far as what they hide from us, I feel I'm more spiritually led than religiously led myself. So I think we know we're the chosen ones for real. And that's just like another topic of discussion that we probably could talk about later, but we are the chosen ones, and
that's the why.
Yeah, they have to put hella stuff in our vision, because they don't want us to sit alone and kind of like think about things. Because if they do, then we'll start realizing who the sun really is. We'll look up at it every day. We'll start realizing a lot of stuff, the stuff that actually keep us, the carbon, you know what I'm saying, just our melanin and all of that stuff, what it's worth. you know, who we
Speaking on
truly
that, I
are.
got a little video for y'all too. Once I get my man Silas to check in.
Yeah, so that's how I feel about the situation. I try to stay in my little bubble or whatever. Sometimes, you know, that's it's drawbacks to that, you know, but when it comes to you trying to show people or teach people certain things, most times they have to learn by themselves. Like, a lot of people don't listen, so they got to learn by themselves. You can be there to guide them when they fall, to pick them back up and be like, see, this is what I was trying to tell you about right here. But you ain't listen when I was trying to tell you. Now you see what happened. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. But yeah.
Well, so I did have I know Tabby, you had a topic that you would want to speak on, so you know you can go ahead and kick that off, and we can go into that one.
Well, it was basically just like a topic off of what they're really trying to hide from us. Like, I feel like this war that just broke out in Israel, all this other stuff that they've been putting on the news, like about Krishan and Blueface and Sexy Red and all this other stuff, was just a distraction of seeing how honestly the United States is the cause of both sides. Like, they're funding one side to go attack the other side and then coming to the other side's aid, and it's all about money and greed. Like, I feel like they're trying to hide that by distracting us with something as simple as social media.
Oh, okay.
Because
Well, I would say this about
going down over
I would
there.
say this about that situation. I got to understand this. As the president of the United States, Israel is always going to be a priority of the president of the United States. That is part of their job. It don't matter which president it is. Their job is to protect Israel and have a conflict in some way, shape, or hands in that pot, some shape or form over there in Israel. That is a priority for them for every time. So this is nothing new out the playbook. This ain't the first time their hands go on over there in Israel and Gaza. This is an ongoing thing, and it's the propaganda way to use propaganda. Sorry, they got to use actual missiles in action, but that's something that they do. They start little wars and conflicts just to keep things going, and then and, you know, casualties is just a cause, you know, of the situation. You know, that's just gonna happen within the city. You're gonna have casualties within those situations, and that just pawns in their game. You know, sorry to think of those people like that, because those are lives that's gone from this earth. That's what's going on. They're just a casualty of the United States big game. That's what I think.
Oh yeah. Bro, they have things, they have like movies and they have games, bro, set up that way to show you how they really strategize for real though. It's right on games, bro. It's on all the time, bro. We done seen this before. And they doing exactly what they shows on TV, bro. They doing this shit, bro. It's like, and it's to the point, like
Right.
what you see, I mean, you done seen it before, but what you gonna do about it? I feel like all we gotta do is focus on what we got around us, bro. Like, build with the people that you can build with, man. Build a strong team. You know what I'm saying? Stop spending money on them and keep the money within ourselves, because that's one way you can hit them without even trying to be on it. I feel like we ain't gonna never have equality. Like, we might as well go to hang that up. That shit is, we need to stop spending our money with these people, man. Like, that's what we need to do. Just how the stock market go up and down, we need to make them go up and down like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we the one that's keeping them open. Think about it. All the high-end stores, we keeping them open.
Yep.
Buying all that shit.
Right.
George, right. Even though he a black, but still, let's come on now. I'm just saying, he play on they. Come on.
He playing their game. He been taught their game. Jordan is the product.
Bezos and all them, man. Listen, the man sit back in a lawn chair. You know what I'm saying? Look at the clouds, man. He getting millions by the hour, man. Come on, man.
Constantly like an island